The market is driven by optimism in light of upbeat non-farm payrolls released last Friday. Both employment growth and wage growth were beyond analyst expectations. In response, the US dollar extended its winning streak across the board. What other events could impact on trading sentiment in the first half of this week? Let's watch the regular calendar on InstaForex TV channel. Investors are revising their portfolios in favor of the US dollar as they are discouraged by bleak prospects of the economic recovery in the European Union amid a slow pace of mass vaccination as well as downbeat macroeconomic data. On Tuesday, market participants could find a reason for optimism. Germany is due to report on its trade balance, which could provide fresh evidence for the green shoots of recovery in the Eurozone. Analysts project a wider trade balance deficit in January, though the deficit is expected to increase on account of contraction in imports. Besides, traders are also braced for a decline in exports. If such predictions come true, traders will find an excuse to sell the euro. On Wednesday morning, the market will focus on macroeconomic data that will enable traders to assess the current conditions in the second global economy. Don't miss data on China's consumer and factory inflation for February. Of course, investors will allow for the seasonal factor, the national holiday on the occasion of the Lunar New Year. So the CPI is expected to remain flat last month at minus 0.3% in annual terms. The market could take no notice of this information. Later in the trading day, investors will be allowed to report on consumer inflation in the United States. Let me remind you that investors rushed to buy US Treasuries 2 weeks ago as they stalked fears about the sharper surge of consumer prices. In his public speeches, Fed's chairman Jerome Powell always assured markets that he was keeping his finger on the pulse of all developments. The regulator aims to put the federal funds rate at the current record lows until inflation accelerates to the target level of 2% and the labor market reaches full employment. Bearing Powell's comments in mind, investors are anticipating the CPI on Wednesday evening. Consumer inflation is projected to surge to 1.7% on a year in February. If the flash estimate is confirmed, the US dollar will strengthen in response. You were watching Forex Trader Calendar on InstaForex TV channel with me, Kate Stichina. We wish you profitable deals with InstaForex.